Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to discover about why it's important for us that we need to interact with less women as possible. I'm not talking about this is about the relatives or the colleague or the friends, or this is about the number of the girlfriend or life partner or wife. So it is important because every woman, they carry their own it's like a lactobacillus, but it's a specific strain. So just like how every single woman from different culture or backgrounds or the way they brought up, even though in the same culture, so we have seen this their uniqueness, right? It could be their appearance or the way they behave, they think, they act. So everything, we can see some level of uniqueness in every single individual we interact, right? So, and that's the same way their bodily function as well. So we men, we don't produce these type of bacteria, so instead we carry them. So it's important for us to understand, because throughout my research I have figured it out that either it could be the pathogens or the bacteria or virus or the parasites or any kind of, it could be, but they can literally change one to another, and it's hard for us to notice, but it does change our characteristics, our behaviors. So everything does count, it does matter. So it can mutate our gene to become a better person, where we some level it gives us some advantages, but at the same time it will distract us, it will bring us into the stage that we have never thought about that we can or we will, so that will put us into a stage where we forced to be see our problems, all the problems that we on constant basis we create solutions, right? So all these solutions will become a new problem. So if we don't underline this importance of why we have to interact with less women. So obviously if we see during the educations or school system or the college or universities or even the working atmosphere, every time we interact with new women, we got some level of chemistries and connections, and somebody who able to some people they can literally can connect us well, right? We feel more of these connections, and sometimes we feel some it could be the wife of our friends or relatives or somebody or colleague, or we say, oh, okay, this person know better, have better, we felt this, right? But if we constantly going out compare this with the women we have, because here's how it works. There are books that has been written by Carl Jung and Alfred, and there is many other individual like so all they help us figure it out how this psychologically how human behavior it has been working, and towards all these it changed, literally changed us. And so, and there's another author called named Sigmund Freud. Yeah, so there is a lot of people has been throughout their career, their life existence, they identified why it's important for us to understand us. So, and obviously if we see based on the chemistry connections, we feel great every time we interact with, and we do compare. But here's why we should not compare, or because here's how it works. So the women that in our life we able to understand, because they express. So just like if they like us, that doesn't mean they're going to love us. If they love us, that doesn't mean they're going to accept all the behavior or whatever they see something like a roller coaster. So they see it, okay, I believe I can make change you. It's not they get into your life without knowing you. She has to know you, and that's how she's going to approve to marry you or to be your. So it's hard for them to constant basis to face such a consequences, because they entirely their brain can process everything and notice everything. And so it's not like something like they don't know, they come to you, they figure it out. They knew everything, but they believe, okay, you know what, I can see the problem, and I believe I can be the solution, I can help them, because that's where they produce their own energy. But on the other end, if we constantly thinking and or acting about, okay, you know what, this mother was better than my mother, this girlfriend was better than my girlfriend, and this wife she was better than my wife. If you constantly compare something like that, that will ended up you don't know this person, so you're just seeing it, so they just doing it to impress you. They're never gonna express to you just like how your mother expressed to you, or your girlfriend or your wife. So it's going to be a completely different perspective of how you learn to see this differentiations between people who express they constant basis, they will help you to get into this feeling. So but it might be annoying for us. I can understand that, I can relate, but at the same time, if we constantly get into this emotional kind of roller coasters, it will never help us to understand what they're trying to do, why they constant basis they want us, because they love you, right? So they love you, and they want you to feel this. So that's why it matters for them on constant basis. They send you text or whatever, however they approach each and every woman. They're going through their own life cycles in developing their physically or mentally, so they know it. So there is no way that a man, even though we are strong enough on physical appearance and everything great, but at the same time mentally we cannot challenge them unless they allow you to it's like she allow you to win her. So she literally love that. That's different perspective, that different side of so this is how you have to learn to see it. Obviously, throughout our development phases, we interact with the women and girls, and so we get this energy, this chemistry happening. It's great, all these chemical reactions happening. I have studied over thousands of compounds on each and every single it could be food, it could be something that, but new proteins, whatever it is. So I have studied more than thousands of these kind of stuff. But every time I interact, I see how this in the lab, the chemistry itself, the patterns, how unique itself. And even if we try to produce into our body throughout this exogenous process to support our bodily function, that also able to address many of our illnesses, disorders, so or gene related to support this kind of like mutations. For example, there is MTFHR mutations on more than like 30-40% of people throughout the world, where it's hard for them, their pathway to work for them. So it's not something they don't have, they do have, but this pathway has to be identified. There's more than like 30-40 different types of. So imagine, so this is why I want you to understand. I can literally feel there's a lot of people I interact, they are constant basis, they tell me, you know what, I have to find a better girl than my wife, my girlfriend. But here's what, the thing is, the girl you already have is good enough. She can make you rebuild you, just like how your mother, she unconsciously, but her internal bodily function is to create you, right? Just from the egg, and then she created into a baby, and even after you grew, you born, she will help you grow up into the stage wherever, however she can, right? So throughout life, how she have guided you, right? So that's the same way. So if you allow this woman, she will bring all the love you needed, and to understand, to comprehend, to put you into such a stage that this cannot be produced through anything else. Everything else it's just a supporting mechanisms, but she is the only one that truly can go out, help you rebuild. So she knows what you have, what it takes, and she able to understand, address all your blind spots. So this is something through her consciousness. This is not something through her unconsciousness. So just like how our mother throughout in the womb, so it create all the connections into, and how whatever she eat, it also feed this baby, right? So the same way. So she literally study you. All you have to do is pay attention and listen and try to understand and put together into a paper, write it down and see how you feel and how much colorations you can get. Sit with her and talk to her and understand her. That's the shortcut. You don't need anything else. That's the true shortcut. If you want to win and succeed in life, or your dream, achieving your dream, whatever it is. So if you listen and just sitting down with her during the time, like Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever the days, however you find the time, just interact with her is enough. Just express. Don't do anything to impress her, because the impressions is something like you're doing for temporary basis, but the expressions is what you will do throughout your lifetime. So throughout this lifetime, you have to find it. Forget about many of my friends, my partners have discussed with me. They act like, why these women, they constantly love the men who have like a lot of muscles or getting. If you can help you one thing, just like how if you find you just surrender yourself to your woman, how this can be benefit to you, that you don't go into different route. It's your shortcuts to get into what you want in life, because she will be your GPS, right? Just like that. And when you trying to understand, like, okay, so there is a thing in women, they need, men with a lot of muscles or whatever. We have seen, like, okay, she like this actor, she like that actor because they have body or whatever. It's all garbage, okay? So obviously they like, but that doesn't mean they're gonna love, okay? So this is two different stage. Liking somebody and loving somebody is completely different stage. And when you like somebody, you like to watch them, you like to cross them, okay? You're willing to pass them. But when you love somebody, you want to travel with them, you want to live with them, you want to be part of this journey, and you want to find this destiny. So it's a completely different game. So you have to understand this. So don't get obsessed with all these six packs or muscles. Listen to me. If you want to live a happy, wonderful, like the body that the mesomorph, forgot about the ectomorph, forgot about this endomorph, both are, it's a sign that this individual is in sick, okay? But at the same time, if you're obsessed with, I need less body percentage, like 5%, 10%, 50%, 30%, that's not going to work, okay? It will, over long period, you will see, you will get brain-related issues, heart-related issues, where this individual, they shorten their lifespan. So if you, one thing, you can damage yourself, just like how this love will rebuild everything throughout the woman in your life, throughout this consciousness. And same thing goes, if you constant basis look for going out to parties and finding girls and having intercourse with many women, that's not going to work, okay? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have to use to rebuild you for your Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. So that's how you have to see, that's how you have to approach life. And you should never ever going out and find a different woman. It might look interesting, it might bring you level of chemistries and everything, it might make sense if you see it from outside, but you know what, this is the truth. The truth is that these women, they like them, but they will never trust them. They know this will become their roller coaster. They know the consequences of having such a men surrounding themselves, and they know their mental stability will get affected throughout this type of men. So at any cost, they might intercourse with them, they sleep with them, that's a different story, but they will never ever choose them to live with them, because they know literally what's going to happen in the next 3-5 years. So it will be a hardest part for them to accept in such a level of like so that's what I have seen throughout my career. So I have interacted with many men who constantly, believe or saying, my wife this guy or love this guy. Or that's not the truth. If she love that guy, she will move on already. She's not going to stay with you, share this with you, or anything that related. Okay, so that's how you have to comprehend and process this. So it's not like she's like them and she going to, or if you develop this six packs or whatever the muscles or however you seeing it, having hairstyles, changing your hairstyles, or you spending monies, or you have cars, expensive things, or you, if you are into this materialistic world, it might looks great for certain periods, okay, but in the long period you're gonna get hurt, plenty of hurt, because women, they have this kind of approach, just like how we obsessed with all this bodily physical function, right? So they are obsessed with mentally, so they want to, they all they want is somebody who they can trust, so they will go out, start living their life, but that doesn't mean they're gonna make they have intentions to make mistakes, but while you're living your life, you're gonna make some mistakes. So it's a natural part of processing error, okay? So it's not something abnormal, it's completely normal. So she loves you, she trusts you, and she's agree on certain perspective based on what she have already found out in you, but at the same time she has to felt this. She, even though whatever happened, she wants you to be backed up by her. That's what only thing she always crave for. So as long as you able to provide that, she will sit down with you, talk to you, explain this process. But if you constantly believe in going to expect okay, you know what, this girl was different, that girl was, obviously they are different, because you don't know them and they will do anything to impress you, and that's not the truth is. So if all you want is all the girls in the world to impress you, rather than they will use you, so they're gonna use you. No one going to rebuild you, because no one trusts you. They know that you are we don't know something, so it's hard for them to work with us. So that's how we have to learn to see this. The whole concept here is stay away from anything like, so if you can literally have the number of people you interacted for your girlfriend or all these, because these days I saw constant basis there's a dating like there's a lot of app coming in, and people constant basis, they go out, they trying to they believe they can figure it out something. No, it takes months, many months, for even for men, and you have to almost double. Let's say if men take like 2 to 3 months to find the right individual as a companionship, for women, they need like what, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, something like that. So imagine, so it's almost double the effort she took in order for her to find, is this the right thing to do? She always pay attention to your words, your thoughts, your actions, so your even your body languages, everything she pay attention. So if there is even small changeover, she can literally figure it out and find it out and help you, and helping you for her is, in her own world, is put you into the stage where you have to be in tortured and all. But that's not the intention is, okay? But that's how we're going to felt it, okay? So we literally we will feel this, but it is what it is. But I'm sure if you, based on all the interactions you have made, and so the feeling is different, right? But at the same time, just like how sugar makes us feel good, feel great about it, but imagine the longer we're going to take, the more symptoms we're going to have, and one day at some point we have to end up in diabetes, right? Diabetic patients, right? And then what? So all the other illnesses will come to us. So just like that, so if we stay away from anything like simple carbs, right? So that will produce us a true energy, right? Yeah. So imagine, so every one of us can benefit, can find this shortcut, can find this love, can rebuild us. All we have to do is interact with the less women, as many as small the number of people that you have to interact. You have to put into, because once she like you, she knows you. She wants to fix you. It's not like from the day one she don't know something. It's not from the day one she sees something else, or throughout your career you change. She literally can read, okay? So that's one gift, I believe, if you need it. And then the second thing is, obviously you see anywhere, movies or social media, anywhere you see all these people who have muscles, they constantly talking about all the rubbish. But the thing is, you can't be in such a stage. But if you want to, it's a choice you have to make. You want to create a longevity, or you want to go out create this, it's like a hyper masculinity. Being fit is good for you, but you don't have to be like obsessed with all these 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% of body fat, okay? The body fat is what your true reserves. It's like gold, just like how the God created these currencies, and that can literally, create such a commodity, right? All the currencies that created in the government sectors, and regardless how big this economy is, it is what it is. So there is no value attached to this currency unless the economy is progressive, right? So something like that. It's similar to this commodity is what this the love that you have to find in throughout this woman you have in your life. And just like how the less economy collapses happening for your country, the better it becomes great, right? So it's in the same way. So all you have to do is understand, comprehend, and then forget about all these manly traits or any kind of masculinity, kind of toxic masculinity types of male advisors. Those are the worst things that can happen to you if you constant basis trying to consume proteins. It doesn't work, okay? Your body need more fat in order for your body to function at optimal level. So I have studied over thousands of like all these kind of ingredients, so I know what it takes. I know exactly what this profile behind every single ingredient, what is the compounds. So in every single like how is this liposomal delivery system works, and why we have to combine them together with your whole food. So it's beyond our understanding. I'm sure if you have time and process this with much more comprehending scale, over time you will make it simplify. You will stop like trusting or believing or seeing something. Obviously we young, we get attracted to this kind of movies, action movies, and we see these guys, they have built up muscles. No, they damaging their brain, their heart. So it's not functionable. And go read all the people who have already achieved so they know what it truly takes. So forget about this kind of people who injecting their body on constant basis and then going out attracting the woman and make use of them. And they have no idea that every woman they have interacted is used to them to learn, to study. So it's not like they love. So they have no idea anything about it. So it is what it is. So you have you have to pay your price. There is no other way for you to go out to make something. But they believe if they taking into a party or having a dating, it's going to give them something. It's a never-ending cycle. So don't rush into this kind of rubbish. Stay away from it and listen to the woman you have already, and pay attention and be patient about what is this process, because it takes time. So your sensor has to be feel it, and the less woman you interact, the more your sensor will be in much more controlled manner. All your pathogen, your gene mutation, so everything can be in controlled manner. So that's what it takes. All right, so I think throughout this video I give you my 2 cents. So I will come back on another video. Take care and talk to you soon.